Welcome to Living Your Main Love, the podcast that celebrates the people who are living with passion, purpose, and a whole lot of heart. Each month, we'll sit down with people who are following what lights them up in Maine and beyond. Today, I'm talking to Paris Hart. Born with music and storytelling in his soul, Paris is a rising force in the indie pop scene. We talk about his journey from small town roots to growing recognition, how music first found its way into his life, and what it really means to be living authentically as an artist, which is exactly what you're doing. If you've ever wondered what it looks like to follow your passion fully, fearlessly, and with intention, this one's for you, and it's all about you, Paris.
Thank you.
You are, man. Living your life like was. I'm so curious to just dive in and learn. I'm going to start with just like a rapid fire just to like have fun and loosen us up, and then we can get into like the deeper stuff. Yeah. So rapid fire with Paris. Okay, first concert.
Oh, so my first concert is called Stamps in Tonawanda. It's like North Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And there was like two people in the crowd, my friend and the guy that hosted the event. And we still joke about it till this day. It was so awkward and it was the worst, but we had fun. Like, we needed that.
Did you feel bad for the singer? You're like, go, man, go.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but it was fun. It was good vibes.
Awesome. Okay, first record you ever bought?
Ooh, vinyl or CD?
It could be either. Like,
so CD, the first album I ever got was the T-Pain.
Oh, nice.
With, like, I'm in love with a bartender and I'm sprung, and I played that until it was all scratched up.
I love it.
And for vinyl it was, oh my gosh, it was the Fleetwood Mac album with Dreams and all those good songs.
Amazing. See, you're such a range in your musical taste, even in your first, purchases. Okay, what'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Oof, I had, oh my gosh, the overnight oats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love
healthy
overnight
choice.
oats.
I love that. Okay, if your music was a color, what color would it be?
Ooh, have to go with baby blue.
Like your outfit.
Yeah.
I love it. Who do you think is the greatest singer of all time?
Ooh, I think Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was just crazy. He had a range, and he could do it all while dancing.
Yeah, he was amazing. I know. Gone way too young, too.
Oh, yeah.
If you could be part of any band, historically or present, what would it be? Who would it have been?
Probably Led Zeppelin.
Damn. See, like such an interesting range. I love it. Okay, let's see. Do I have one more? Let's see. Late night studio snack of choice.
Oh, so I love honey and Doritos. So I'll get like a jar of honey. I'll just smack on it with some Doritos.
Really?
Yeah, the Doritos, like, I don't know if it's the salt or like the whatever they put on it, but it feels like it just opens up my throat for me to sing.
The nacho Doritos or like the Cool Ranch?
The nachos.
The nacho cheese, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, rapid fire done. Now we're gonna like dive into you and your, journey towards living your main love, which to me means just living your passion and really being authentic to who you are. When did music enter into your consciousness, into your atmosphere as like a young child? Like, tell me your earliest memories of connecting to music.
So as a kid, my parents would always play music. So I grew up on an Indian reservation in upstate New York. So like we had all of their cultural songs growing up. My dad's from New York, so I had like all the rap songs. He went to the area that we grew up. We had, oh my gosh, the Goo Goo Dolls were from around that area, and it's a big rock scene. And then my mom's from Puerto Rico, so we had like reggaeton playing. So every time I came home, it was like a different genre of music playing. And then over time, I just really enjoyed it, and I just started writing poetry. And
Did you?
Yeah, I wrote a lot. Like I had a big composition notebook of just poetry, and then my parents found it and were like, you should try writing it. Like, what's the worst? So yeah.
So they encourage you to write songs or like take the poetry and turn them into songs?
Yeah, my dad is really big into like poetry and expressing yourself creatively.
Yeah.
So he wanted to see where I could take it. I don't think he wanted me to do it full time.
Yeah.
But
most parents don't. They're like, oh, get a safe job, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was I think when I first got into it. And then at college, I was freestyling one night and was like, I just got to do it. So
Okay.
just went full
So was
fledged.
it like a common theme, like something you always did from childhood, or did you like kind of veer off? Did you always think I want to do music, or along the way were there other like chapters where you're like I'm going to be a a doctor or whatever? Or was it always sort of like in your head that you would do this?
So I always did it in like my bedroom. I was always kind of nervous with people hearing my thoughts or my
Oh,
emotions. So like my friends and my close family they knew that I wrote poetry and that I sung and that I really liked it. But I mean, growing up, it was like oh, I'm too tough. I'm not gonna express myself because I'm this and I'm that. And over
yeah,
time, I was like, you know what? Like, this is genuinely who I am. I think
yeah.
there's got to be other people out there who feel the same way that I do. And
Huh.
I just went full fledged.
Was it hard? Was it hard to be vulnerable and to share like your thoughts? Like, and you share your like innermost thoughts with the world. I mean, now,
Yeah.
was that hard in the beginning? Like, did you feel like, oh my God, this is hard, or I'm scared to do this, or, and what drove you to just move forward anyways?
Yeah, it was really tough. And what sucks is like when you first do something, I think that's like when you see the most negative comments. Because it's like friends and family, like, oh, I didn't know you had this side of you, or I
Yeah,
didn't know you did this. So at the beginning, it was tough. And a lot
yeah,
of my earlier stuff is like really personal. So I have
yeah.
family members and friends being like, hey, you made that song and we had a similar situation. Was
Was
that
this
about?
about me? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So that was awkward, but like over time, it just feels good to express myself. So
yeah.
it was tough at first, but I'm thankful that I saw it
Yeah.
through.
What do you think like drove you to keep going? Because I think a lot of people would take the criticism or, just not be able to handle it. So like what, made you be able to keep moving forward, do you think?
I think there was always like the silver lining of the
Hmm.
comments that were like, I felt the same way, or I know where you're coming from, or
Yeah.
I felt this before.
Yeah.
And that made me feel like there was a community out there and it wasn't really for me. Like I was a vessel of somebody else's message. So that kept me going.
Oh, very cool. And was that mostly through like social media?
Yeah.
So what if you had been an artist like 20 years ago and you didn't have social media? Did you ever think about that? Like, I mean, it's so interesting, right? Because you have like a built-in audience almost from day one and feedback right away, good
Yeah.
and bad, right? So if it had been years ago, like it'd just be interesting. Do you ever think about like, God, if I wasn't coming up now, how would this be,
Yeah, I don't know. It would be tough.
Yeah.
I think I would still be outside passing out CDs.
There you go. You're like, I'd be doing it some way. I'd get that out there.
Try,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. Okay, writing stories, singing in your room. What's the journey like? Do you remember writing your first song?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about your first song.
So my first song, it was called "Pick Up the Phone,"
Love Pick Up the Phone,
and it
which you hate picking up the phone, I'm sure.
was so the whole song was about like people just texting me, they want me to pick up the phone, but I just want to be alone. I'm an introvert at heart.
Okay.
So that was yeah, the whole song was kind of like kids lullaby, like pick up the phone, pick up the phone. They won't leave me alone. Like it wasn't really like a song, but it felt fun, and I think that was the what made me happy was just it felt fun to create and
Yes.
storytell.
Yes, totally. Okay, so then from that to, playing in like small venues, like how did you get to, I just am curious about how does that happen? You had enough music that you had created that you wanted to go share it live, or like tell me about how that all happened.
Yeah, so at first I was like, I'm not performing. I don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah, like it was really hard to get myself out there and be like, I want to go and do this.
Yeah.
So at first I was kind of like, I don't know. And then I had some other friends that were artists and they had shows and asked me to open up. And
Hmm.
I opened up a few times and I really enjoyed the process. And
Yeah.
seeing people receptive in person kind of flipped the switch like, oh, like I'm not going to get embarrassed out here.
Yeah.
And it's like freeing and
Is it?
fulfilling. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, along the way, like tell me things that you are surprised, like in good and negative ways, right? So I know you had some ups and downs with like dealing with record companies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like learn if you can look back, tell me about what was interesting, what was surprising. Did you anything you surprised you about yourself during that whole process of dealing with all that?
I think a pro and a con. A pro would have been just that anyone could do it. Like with social media, with the web, the internet, like you could get on Google and just look up and research how to do anything. So I think just being optimistic and being like,
Yeah.
all the information is there. We just gotta
Yeah.
do the work was cool. And I think a
Yeah.
con is that the industry isn't as friendly as a lot of people think. It's a lot of like dog eat dog
Yeah.
or competitiveness. And I'm more of a homebody, low frequency. So dealing with that energy was kind of interesting, and I'm still trying to learn how to navigate it.
Yeah. Is it like a day by day thing where you kind of tune in to yourself and like, this is where I'm vibing today, or, I'm feeling like I want to be out there in the world? Like, how do you navigate being an introvert but being a performer?
So I'll try to navigate the weeks like a week in advance.
Yeah.
So the previous week, so like for next week, I'll have my days of what I'm going to do, and then I'll have my day off already set. So it's like phone off, I'm going to get my dogs and go hiking. We're going to chill and relax, and then the other 6 days are trying to win the week.
That's awesome. Okay, what kind of dogs do you have? Because I'm a dog person. I love dogs more than anything.
I have a Belgian Malinois.
Oh my God.
And a Moscow Watchdog.
Wow.
He's half Saint Bernard and half Caucasian Shepherd.
Oh my God. Those are two like intense dogs. Yeah. And the Belgian, aren't they super athletic? Like I've seen them do videos like jumping over like fences and whatnot.
Yeah, so we'll play fetch, and if like something's behind the couch,
yeah,
I'll just tell her, I'll say, go get it, Cammy, and she'll just jump through the couch, crawl back in. She's like a little ninja.
Oh my God, I love it. Shifting gear, I want to talk about social media a little bit. So I'm interested because you do a lot on social. And I was like telling Joji, it's this really cool cryptic post. And I love it. I'm always like, what does he mean? Do I just not get it because I'm like a little older? But I'm like really interested in your social media presence. Well, first, I think it's so interesting that despite how connected we all are, the loneliness epidemic is like worse than it's ever been.
Yeah.
So what your perspective on that? I'm curious.
I think it is tough. It serves as like a double-edged sword in a sense of like we kind of feel we're more connected, but it's more connected on a surface level. So the depth of connections and meeting people is kind of not there on social media, and I think it could be. And I try to navigate my social media page as a you could be deep, we could talk, and it doesn't have to be about chasing trends or doing what dance is big on TikTok.
Oh my God. Thank God. If I saw you doing that, I'd be like, Paris. DM you. Like, this is GD. I have to say, no, I'm just kidding. No, yours is super interesting, and it is really thoughtful and thought-provoking, and you don't even have to say a lot. You kind of just say things to make people think. Is that very intentional?
Yeah, I don't know. Deep down, I don't really say a lot.
But you say enough, but the things you say are thought-provoking.
Yeah, I try to be. But I try to have depth and substance in my material.
You do. You totally do. No, and I'm always like intrigued. So I was like, how do and I didn't, before I was going to talk to you, I was like, I don't know who's going to show up here. But you're so like warm and like positive, such a cool vibe, But I was like, I can't ask him about his cryptic posting. Now, is there any intentionality in being kind of mysterious, or you're just like, no, whatever comes to your mind, you just say?
Yeah, I'm one of those that's like, if I feel it, I'm just going with it gun ho.
Yeah.
And it's like, I believe that when I get in those modes, like you got to go all in, and then when I relax, it has to be all into that too. So I'm very extremist in, if I'm working, I'm turning off my phone, I'm going to work, and then if I'm relaxing, like going to work.
Yeah. So like when you were young, you were driven to create music, and what drives you now? Is it just the same thing? Is it I know that you want to like be a support for people. Like what is your main like driving factor in what you're doing now?
I would say it's the community. Like I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with social media to garner a community that's supportive, and we support each other, whether it's other musicians, other brands, whoever is around. And I like to think that I could show them that, hey, if I could do it, you could do it. If I could do it starting off with a phone and a laptop in my garage, like you could do whatever you want in life. So just being a beacon or a support system, I feel like that's what keeps me going, because there was times where I didn't have one and I wish I did. So
so what has been like the most fulfilling part of this journey, and what has been the most challenging?
Oh, the most fulfilling, so I performed at a festival, my first festival last year, and my grandma got to come. So that was the most fulfilling for me, to see her backstage with the wristbands and hanging out with everybody.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
So that was the most fulfilling, seeing like, it's just all community, seeing family, friends support. And I think the hardest part is just when the posts or like the song doesn't get as much love as like I would have wanted or hoped, but it still feels good to get some sort. So it's really just trying to find the balance.
And how do you deal with everybody gets negative comments? Everyone, like, I don't know, like people want to spend their energy doing that, but it is just what it is. How do you deal with that now? And have you sort of acclimated to that where it doesn't really affect you?
I start to try to lean into it now. I think it's kind of funny because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this person went out of their way to comment. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna help me get in the algorithm, and it is kind of like negative. But how can I turn this to a positive? And
Yeah.
how can we spin this around? So I'll try to joke with it, or I'll have fun with it, or sometimes my followers will go and react for me. So that's pretty cool too. But
Yeah.
just trying to make it like I hate fighting fire with fire, and I really think that we could be positive about it.
Just having that elevated, like, yeah, like going high, right? Like
Yeah.
instead of like, yeah, getting down there and like, you have to feel sorry for people that take the time to, for me, it's like, wow, like I can never imagine doing that myself. So it's like, where are they at in their life? And I guess trying to have compassion is always like, the best way to be, but we can't. That's not reality, but we can try, right? What advice would you have for someone that wants to live like an authentic life, like the one that you've created? Because it's hard to go that path. Like you were even saying, your parents were like, "Oh, we don't know," So, like, what's your best advice for someone to follow their main love?
I'd say go with your heart and just try. Like as long as you have effort and as long as you're trying, no one could take that away from you.
Yeah.
As long as you're working on yourself, trying to do the things, and being honest. Because there was times where I told my parents, "Hey, I know you told me not to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Thank you for the advice, but my heart tells me I have to do this." And I think just being honest and just trying, people have to accept that. Like,
Yeah.
they can't say no to someone that's trying.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what's your perspective on failure at this point in your life?
I think it's a necessity. I think it adds balance. And the universe, you kind of have to have balance. If you're always winning, like, it's not going to be fun and it's not going to be, you're not going to grow. I think in the losses and in the failure, you have to grow. So I think everyone should fail.
I agree. Do you think you learn more from failure or, yeah,
Yeah, most certainly.
yeah, I agree.
Because you have to learn like an alternative route. You think that you're just gonna go straight and you're gonna, it's like an easy highway paved, and as soon as you hit that pothole or flat tire, you learn how to MacGyver it or how to get around the situation.
Totally. I totally agree. Yeah. Like you think back to even like, your career and you just, because we all want to do a great job. So when we don't, it's like it really hits. But you can like, analyze it and then just like detach and go, okay, I've learned, because we're human. We're going to make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
What do you love about Maine?
Oh,
And what's your history and your love affair with Maine? Tell me about that.
I love the peacefulness of it. When I first came up here, I was shocked that there was no billboards.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
So that was pretty shocking, but just the people, the food, the culture, the drinks.
Yes.
Everything about Maine is just like, it's so low frequency and just chill, and it's a vibe.
It's authentic vibe, don't you think?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's so local and it's so
know.
communal.
I know.
Can't beat it.
I love like driving around and like you're on a road and it's like farm. There's a sign and you pull in and then you can buy honey and eggs. And I'm like, this is amazing. Being from LA, it's like, wow, right? I love that because New York is so different. But like growing
yeah.
up on the reservation, what was that like?
It's different.
Yeah. Like, is it like communal living or like what was the, give me the environment. I'm just curious.
So it's rural.
Okay.
So there's farms there. Neighboring schools have like drive your own tractor to school day.
What?
It's pretty country out there, but it's so communal and everyone knows everybody.
Yeah.
If someone's doing something, everyone knows. So the community kind of all pitches in to support somebody if they're on the wrong path. So
That's nice.
yeah, it's pretty cool, and I love it.
Aw. Where are your parents now?
So my parents are back home. They
Okay.
still live there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you go back and forth and go see
Yeah.
them, and they keep you grounded. They're like, we know you're some like pop star now. We're like, you're just, you're our son, right? You're not. You walk in the door, you lose it. Not like you have an ego. You don't seem to at all. Ego is edging God out anyways, right? We know that. So we're like, no. What's next for you? Like when you see do you live in the now? Or are you more like 3-5 year plan? Like tell me about that.
So I usually go 6 months.
You do?
6 months ahead, and that's it. Because if I go too far, then something's gonna have to change. Variables happen,
Yeah.
and I do 6 months. So what we got planned now is some songs and some music videos coming out.
Awesome.
And I self-published my first book. So
What?
it comes out September 24th. I'm extremely excited about that.
Oh my God, we have to promote that. What's it called?
It's called The Company We Keep. It's a psychological horror.
What?
So,
Wait, it's a
yeah.
fiction
Yeah.
story? Can you give me a little synopsis?
So it's basically there's this guy Jake Warren.
Okay. Do we like Jake Warren or not?
Yeah, he's a great guy. New father.
Okay.
And trying to get a job to provide for his wife and his kid.
Okay.
So he's really working hard, applying everywhere. He gets a job offer from Order Solutions. He didn't apply there though, so he wonders how they got their information.
Okay.
So then, as soon as he gets to the job, some things feel a little bit off, and it becomes a give and take to where he wants to invest his time.
Yeah.
If he wants to invest it to his family or to the job, and it's kind of gets into the psychological horror of that. So if you like Black Mirror
I
or
love it.
anything like that, it kind of gets into that vibe.
How long did it take to write?
Oh my goodness. Oh,
It's a journey too.
yeah, it was about a year and a half. I was in between music and in between shows. I'd go and type a little bit, put some notes in my phone, and yes.
I'm so impressed. I have to read this book. I'm like I've been writing like scary stories since I was a little kid. Just always loved writing too, and always horror was always, I don't know why, appealing. My mom was like mortified. You know, that's the movies I'd be like, I don't watch Halloween. She'd be like, no. But anyways, I can't wait to read your book. Congratulations. You have to like let me know when it comes out.
I'll send you a copy.
Oh my God, I would love it. Favorite scary movie?
Oh my goodness.
Do you like horror?
Yes.
Same.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love spooky season. That's my favorite time of the year.
Me too. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm trying to make it to Salem this October.
Oh my God, I've never been. That would be cool. Okay, favorite horror film?
Ooh. I like Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is amazing.
It's
Yeah.
really like, but it's a good,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're doing a book next. You have more music coming. Anything else you want to tell to all your fans and supporters out there?
I like to say thank you for supporting everything along the way. Go check out mainelove because I wasn't a fan of sparkling water, but I drank it all.
Did you?
Yes, I loved it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going to get you more.
My
okay,
brother
good.
would try to get me to get some whenever we go out drinking or whenever we go hang out. And I was like, no, what do I look like drinking sparkling water? It's gross. But with these, I like smashed them. So everyone out there, if you want to support a quality drink, go get some mainelove.
That is so nice of you. Yeah, it's been an awesome, like, the mainelove journey. And it's just like working with a company of people who are so authentic and love Maine and want to like highlight the state and keep, you know, the revenue in Maine, and it's water from Maine, and it's working with the local brewers, and it just feels very like community. It's so cool to be a part of something that just feels like so positive, you know? So I'm thrilled to be here too. Well, thank you, Paris, for being here. This has been amazing,
Thanks
and I
for
can't wait
having
to
me.
like follow your journey and read your book. Oh my God, you already have a reader of your first scary novel, and follow everything else you're doing too. So thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for
guys.
having me. It was
Of course.
fun time.
Oh my God, so fun. We loved it.